Welcome back to Between the Zones. We hope you guys are having a Merry Christmas Eve, and we're just a couple of teens that are here to keep you updated on what's happening in sports over the holidays. You're mocking me.
Sports.
Is that a statement or a question?
Make sure you guys use the link in the description to find our Instagram, website, and all of our social media platforms, as well as liking this video and commenting your favorite part. Let's get in this episode of Between the Zones.
Yep, so just like Will was saying, please go and do that because we would love it and it means so much to us. But also, we wanted to inform you guys on why we've been out. I actually had a brief stint with my family and the coronavirus, so we had to take our time separately. I would like to note that we are socially distanced here, just trying to do our part to stay safe in quite a hard time for everybody. But to get you guys back into the swing of things, let's make sure we're not stuttering here. I just wanted to say that we have a couple videos planned, some big ones, and I know we talked a lot about interviews in the past, and we're making sure that's coming to you guys. We have 2 interviews coming up very soon with high-level agents in the NBA, and I think it's going to be really fun. We're not going to tell you guys too much about it, but be excited because it's going to be huge. Anyway, we can go ahead and get into things, and we're just going to talk about what's happening over the sports. But we're gonna do some of our predictions for the Christmas games, and we're also just gonna cover some things that happened this week in sports. Will, do you want to go ahead and start?
All right, first I want to talk about the Saints and the Vikings game that's happening on Christmas Day. I feel like that game could go either way, but I feel like I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. If Dalvin Cook can produce, he produced against this tough Bears defense. But it's all about Kirk Cousins in this game. He needs to get his stuff together and stop throwing horrible passes. But yeah, the Vikings can end up taking that dub, and the Saints can end up taking the loss. Like the Jets just won. That didn't really work.
All right, I'd like to say something real quick. Will just took the Vikings over the Saints. I don't know if this is like biased because your Bears beat the Vikings earlier, but it's like, are you trying to say the Bears are better than the Saints?
What? I didn't say that about anything. Oh well, yeah, I see.
You just took the Vikings over the Saints.
Oh, but
Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins is gonna outplay Drew Brees in a duel.
If you look at,
You think a lesser Vikings defense is gonna hold Drew
myself,
Brees?
Grayson.
Yeah,
you see
sure.
Drew Brees in his last game?
Yeah.
Wow.
That needs to be a stat line. Let's make sure that gets to ESPN next time. 8 broken ribs. But it's like, I don't know. We'll get to the Jets in a second because that's pretty crazy, and it just happened as we're recording this. But I just don't see how the Saints definitely have like a top tier defense in the league, and no slight against the Bears, but a much better offense, like an entirely better offense. They make the Bears look like a peewee football team. Mitchell Trubisky looks like he could play for my high school if he wanted to, right, Will? But anyway, it's just I don't see the Vikings bouncing back. I don't know if there's a lot to bounce back from. They played all right. It's just Kirk Cousins can't play in big games right now, and we're going to need to see that in the future. I don't know if the Saints is where he's going to step up. I think they've probably lost their spot at a playoff
The
seed.
Vikings beat the Saints 30-27 on Christmas Day. You owe me $10. I called it. They're going to win.
All right, we'll see about that. But when the Saints win against the Vikings 27-17, you're not going to hear the end of it, Will. All right. One thing I did say that we wanted to talk about is that the Jets are just bad at being bad. Like it's really embarrassing. As everybody knows, Trevor Lawrence is probably the best quarterback prospect we've seen out of college since Andrew Luck. And the Jets just lost at getting him. Like they managed to win. Well,
if I was the NFL commissioner right now, I would just fire the Jets in general. I don't like them being a team right now. And how do you lose at losing? Like, how does that even make sense?
It's been really impressive. Like the Jets, you're tanking, right? The goal is just lose games, get the first overall pick. You rebuild, you start rebuilding, you fire Adam Gase, you blame it all on him. It seems solid. I was actually okay with them holding on to him because he's really just the fall guy at the end of the day. But they won a game. They just beat the Rams 23-20. First of all, Rams, Sean McVay, what are you doing? Like what are you doing? How do you lose to that? Second of all, Jets, what are you doing? Your job is to lose. And yet, like, this win does nothing for you. What does it do? Move you up one spot? So now you get the second overall pick? Justin Fields was great, but the dude was like, he threw like 50% on his passes and like 2 interceptions in the championship game a couple days ago. He looked pretty lackluster. I don't know. It really amazes me what the Jets were able to do today.
Yeah. They took the L. Just the L.
All right, so we were just talking about football, but I do want to get into covering basketball too, because that is important on Christmas Day. We're not going to cover all the games because you guys can just watch it if you want, and it's Christmas, you're probably busy. But one game we do want to cover, just because I personally, it's my favorite team. We want to cover the Pelicans versus the Heat game. I think this is going to be one of the most fun games of the Christmas slate, and I just think it's interesting. I'm ready to see Zion Williamson put up 30 a game and absolutely hammer down the basketball 4 to 5 times in the game. I think the Pelicans win this. I think they're exciting. I think they're still underrated, even with Zion on their team. And I think they've made some good moves in the offseason. Of course, they lost Drew Holiday, but Lonzo Ball is shooting the ball better. Bledsoe's going to come in and play a decent role. Not great. I don't know how much I love his fit, but I think he's going to come in and he's going to do a great job for the team. I think Zion and Brandon Ingram are going to continue to gel, mesh, get more time together, and just explode. This is a young, exciting team. They're going to have a playoff spot, and I think this is just a fun game in general.
I'm going to agree here with Grayson. I think the Pelicans could come out and just play ball. I think they debatably had one of the better off seasons. Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe. I think Adams is a great addition for them. He can set great picks, and he's a great interior presence. I also like Bledsoe as opposed to Grayson, but he can get the ball around, and if Lonzo starts shooting like he was in the preseason, then this team can ball out.
Yeah, so I personally think it's going to be a really fun game. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's going to be on Christmas. We'll make sure to be back in a couple of days and cover it. And I just want to say real quick, if you guys have made it this far in the video, thank you. And make sure you come back on Christmas, which is going to be tomorrow, because we have huge plans. You guys are really going to want to see that video because it's going to be great for everybody. But again, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching the video. It means a lot to us. I know we're going to start putting out a lot more content for you guys. And yeah, we just enjoy doing this. This is fun for us. Yeah, you want to say anything else, Will?
So yeah, guys, make sure you like the video and comment your predictions for this 5-game slate during Christmas. We really want to know. We are Between the Zones. Peace.
Peace.